Well, good morning, you sexy little filthy dirtbags. Oh, yes, I know what you're into. It's the beginning of another week, and it's time for an alternative paper review. First up to the royalist, flag-waving, hugely patriotic, offshored, Bermuda-based, Nazi-supporting and tax-dodging Daily Mail. With Rishi warns the UK is entering a dangerous era. And yes, I guess somebody must have shared his press release in the Carlton Club WhatsApp, because it's on the front page of the Mail, the Telegraph, the Express. There's talk of global threats, dangerous times, which will be followed by dangerous years ahead, which will encompass more autocrats, authoritarians, danger and threats. So, hugely corrupt and problematic relationship between CCHQ and the Tories and Fleet Street, the right-wing press, aside, what are they actually saying? Well, apparently Rish, who is now as unpopular as Liz Truss was in the immediate aftermath of the mini-budget. Like, he's 30 points down, he's on course to lose the election and be thrown onto the political scrap heap and laughed at for all time for being such an abysmal failure. Well, he's worried, guys. But no, he's not worried about his own political prospects, you understand. He's worried for all of us. Guys, he's just concerned for all of us lot. Indeed, he's reportedly putting on his best platform shoes to give a speech where he's going to outline the challenges of artificial intelligence, migration, and authoritarian states. He just wants to keep us safe from all of it. He's just looking out for us lot. Of course, still no word on how you're going to keep pensioners warm outside of a bus or a heating bank. 5,000 GPs you said you were going to hire for them, or the social care crisis. Any chance that you could look at that? Keep any of those people safe? No. Fascinating, isn't it? The effect that the prospect of getting kicked out of office has on him. That it can generate some empathy and compassion where it should have developed about, 42 years ago. I don't know, you sound very cynical, but honestly, I care about keeping you all safe, I do. Let me break it down for you, right? The Conservative Party, while they've been in power, they have overseen an explosion in homelessness and sleeping rough. They have overseen soaring levels of child poverty, of inequality, of organised crime. Now, this bellend's got the gall to be like, follow me, come with me if you want to stay safe. Like, following Rishi Sunak at this point, if you are in any way vulnerable, if you're a child, if you're a woman, if you're a refugee, if you're a pensioner, that is like getting into a car with Ted Bundy, and Ted looks at you like, hey, don't forget your seatbelt, huh?
Prince Andrew is a non-speaker.
Finally to the Eye today, who report the staggering rise in applications for 40-year term mortgages. Now, I don't know why this is surprising, really, to anyone. It fits absolutely in the trend, the trajectory that we've all been on for the last 40 years. But nevertheless, it is being reported as, quote, shocking. Do you know why it's not surprising, why it's not shocking, right? Take my situation, right? Just purely an illustrative example. I'm on, away from this thing, my day job, I'm on a pretty good salary, okay? Like, I'm trying to make this my thing, but as my day job, the day job pays pretty good, okay? Some people have told me I'm in the top 5% of earners in the United Kingdom. Can you believe that? I mean, it is somewhat temporary. It's only until they find out I'm not really a brain surgeon. But nevertheless, I am, statistically on a pretty comfortable income. But what is the lifestyle that I and, other people like me and even, a little bit like people on sort of 50k or 70k or whatever, what is the lifestyle that you can now achieve with that kind of income? If this was in the 90s and you were in that income bracket, you'd be living in a 6-bed country pile with your 2 kids and your beautiful au pair and wife. But where do I live now? I live in a 3-bed semi in a questionable town in Hampshire. Meanwhile, scan back to the 90s, where did my mum buy on a single-parent secretary salary? A 3-bed semi! It is statistically undeniable that things have gradually got worse and harder. You could earn double, triple, quadruple what your parent did. And you've got dual income with somebody else. But the house that you can buy will be half the size that theirs was. You'll have to pay, 3, 4, 5 times as much for it than they did. And now you're going to have to take out a mortgage that's twice as long as theirs was. So yeah, this is the trajectory that we are on. There are no real solutions for it, certainly none that are actually being implemented, so it stands to reason that the trajectory will continue along the same course. Things are going to get worse and harder still. Now, some people call me a nihilist, and that's fine. They're free to, just as I am free, reciprocally, to call those people Crayola gargling morons. The facts are the facts, as it were. And even though you spend all your day thinking, oh God, I've got it so hard, oh, it's really... Your children are going to have a significantly harder and less stable life even than you. So anyway, there we go. I've started your week off with a characteristically upbeat tip, haven't I? Speaking of tips, maybe drop a little one in the super thanks. And then I can actually make this my thing. Peace.